Are you a native of a country which is eligible for the DV Lottery 2024? If you are one of the people who are eligible for the DV Lottery 2024, then you are definitely at the right place. Do you actually qualify? Is that the only information that makes you a person who qualifies to be part of the DV Lottery? No, there is work experience. Now, many people do not actually understand when it comes to this work experience category. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the DV Lottery work experience. What exactly is required of you? Should you be a medical doctor, or should you be a dentist? Or what exactly is work experience, and what are they talking about? Now, this is the information that we are here to check. We are here to panel beat where you are having doubts and where you need to be helped. Okay, now, so if you already know me, you already know that I am just to the point, and I always emphasize that it's good for you to read for yourself, to do research for yourself. That's why I always put where the official documents or the official news is coming from in the description box below, so that you know these are not hearsays, because most of us at this platform that we are, most of the things, some are hearsays. So make sure that after you watch the video, you also go back on your own and actually check the information and know, because this is the rightful source. Now, for those who don't know me, my name is Beautiful Chaos, and this channel is all about travel opportunities. Now, if this is the type of content you'd love to watch, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, let's get into it. If you actually have opened the PDF for the DV Lottery 2024 instructions, requirement number 2 is the one that talks about work experience. Now, what are they saying about work experience? They say each DV applicant must meet education or work experience requirement of the DV Lottery by having either number 1, you must have at least high school education or its equivalent. Now, we all know that in different countries we have different education systems, so they did put this into consideration. That's why there is a statement that says, or its equivalent, or defined as successful completion of a 12-year course of formal elementary and secondary education. So in your country, you must be able to have completed at least 12 years of formal, which means it's registered by the government. It's something that is happening formally, in your country. Some people have Cambridge, some people different examination boards. I know most countries have different examination boards. So what they are basically going to tell you here is that for you to understand how this education works, is just trying to tell you that you must have completed at least 12 years of what? Of a course of formal elementary, which means, some call it junior, some call it primary. I don't know what you call it, but whatever, it's still elementary. And secondary education, this should be 12 years. Okay, so this is what is equivalent to their high school education in United States. So I hope you actually grasp that no matter we have differences, they put an equivalent for you to understand that according to my country, I must have reached this position according to the education system in my country. Number 2, they say, 2 years of experience within the last 5 years in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. Okay, so if you are a worker, you must at least have 2 years of work experience we must at least 2 years of work experience in the past 5 years. So if you have work experience, but your work experience is like out of the scope of 5 years, then you definitely know that you are not actually qualifying. Okay, so this is how we go through this information and know what exactly is needed. So you are supposed to have that work experience within the past 5 years. Okay, so it says here the Department of the State will use the US Department of Labor ONET online database to determine your qualifying work experience. Now this is pretty clear. 5 years, you must have 2 years of experience within the past 5 years. Okay, so let's say for example you have been employed like 3 years ago. You can choose two from those 3 years ago. But if you were employed 10 years ago, then that definitely means you're out of the scope, which is 5 years. So definitely, unfortunately, you do not qualify by work experience. So it's either you qualify by high school. So people who will be coming here and say, oh, I'm a high school graduate, do I have a chance? You do have a chance as long as you completed your 12 years, which are equivalent to their high school, your 12 years of formal education. Now this is all about the education requirement that is needed. So I do hope I have answered every question that I have been receiving about the education. So when you are applying, make sure that you do fall under this category. Now number one, if you know, I start this video, I say, are you already qualifying by nationality? Which means before you even come to all this number two requirements about education, you must already be qualifying by nationality. Now if you don't know what I mean, make sure you go down in the description box and open that instruction for 2024. Before you do anything, there is no rush whatsoever. We are just 2 days in, 3 days, I think 3 days in. Okay, as of recording this video, you're just 2 days in, so make sure you take your time. Now this is beautiful chaos. This is from me to you until we meet in the next video. If you have any questions, it's an everyday tradition. Make sure you leave them in the description box. Like the video and share. Help YouTube push the video so that we share the knowledge to everybody before we have people who do not apply yet they are equally eligible. Now make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you haven't hit the subscribe channel. Till next time.